Twitter's great. Here's one. The Rams won, and I got my painted stuff on TV last night. The bad news, this stuff ain't coming off, and I've got a job interview. Are you Big Rammy?
Yeah, that's me.
You got a job interview today?
Yeah, I gotta be there in an hour and I can't get this paint off.
That's why we're here. Let's go, guys. Smile. Look them right in the eye. You got this. You can do it. Go get them. Let's go.
43,000 CSU Ram alums call Denver home. Now it's easier for Denver Ram fans to stay connected with CSU. Visit the all-new Colorado State University Denver Center, where all Ram alums will feel at home. You can make professional connections, enjoy events with other alumni. You can even show your Ram pride with all the best CSU fan gear. Stay connected with CSU. Visit us at 17th and Glenarm or online at rams5280.colostate.edu.
Colorado State University is committed to expanding access to education. Today, that includes online learning. CSU brings faculty and programs to students around the state and around the world. With flexibility to earn a degree online from a world-class university, and the ability to balance education with work and family. Learn more at succeedwithcsu.org.
Welcome back here to the Ram Reports. Brian Roth back with you, and happy to be joined by Ram volleyball coach Tom Hilbert. We're going to move away from football and talk some Ram volleyball. Colorado State was at the NCAA Tournament here this past week, and they would make it to the second round before bowing out to Hawaii. And Tom, let's first talk about the Oregon match. You guys get the Ducks out of the Pac-12, 13th ranked team of the nation, and you guys get the first round win.
Yeah, we did. We played very well, and you know, Oregon's a good team. They have a kid named Elena Bergsma who took 80 attempts, got 30 kills against us, but she also had 13 errors, yeah. Many of them blocks by us. We handled them physically really well. I think it shocked them. I don't think they expected us to be as good as we were, and you know, we won a very difficult fifth set and advanced on to play Hawaii.
Yeah, you get the first round win. Then you have to face Hawaii. And again, they were hosting the regional. They always get outstanding crowds. And you guys come out and you win the first set in that one.
Yeah, won the first set, played very well. Played very well through all of the second set until the very end. We made three really costly mistakes. 3 of the 4 points that they scored at the end were our mistakes, and that's disappointing. But we went into at the break and said, let's get rebound. We didn't. We got beat pretty handily in set 3. Then set 4, we were very, very close and played very well with them up to about 15 points. And then they have a player named Kanani Danielson who I could see all of a sudden she pulled off her suit and a cape was on her, and she just said, I'm not going to lose. And she took that team on her shoulders and beat us almost single-handedly.
I know as a coach you probably go back and you look at that second set and you say, boy, if we just could have closed that out, it would have been a completely different match.
And I felt that way. I felt that way about Minnesota a couple years ago. I felt that way the other night. We're good enough to win those matches. And you know, but we've got to do it. You could, you know, as one coach said, the team that should have won did. You know, so we didn't do it, and we went home. But I'm not disappointed in our team, nor am I disappointed in the season, because I think this team really achieved more than anybody expected them to when we started the year. So I'm really excited for next year. I'm proud of our players. You just can't walk away from a match like that without a little bit of bittersweet taste in your mouth because you feel like, hey, that was a winnable match for us.
Now you go back and you look at the season, 23 wins, on to the NCAA Tournament for the 17th consecutive year, back to the second round with 5th straight time that you advanced out of the first rounds. There's a lot of things to be proud of. Any moment or two that sticks out for you this season? I imagine the Nebraska match has to be one of them.
That will stick out for my entire career because I think it was just such a monumental win in front of so many people and such a great event for Moby Arena. I think that was big, and I think that, you know, Kate Steffen changing positions and doing as well as she did all year, I thought was incredible. And then the fact that we played a freshman in the setting position that wasn't supposed to play, and you know, she was a real warrior for us. So I think those two players, but I think the Nebraska match was incredible, and then really a lot of the conference matches were really great because there were times when we were just playing at a very high level, and I was really excited for our players.
I know you need unexpected positive contributions from kids that you just don't see late summer and getting into fall. You don't see them coming, but they happen. And when they do, that has to be a great feeling as a coach.
It's great. And I'm not sure very rarely do you have great seasons without somebody doing something that you didn't expect. And I think, we had that.
Yeah.
And, there are other great things that happened this year, too. I could go on for a long time.
Well, you only lose the one senior. Obviously a fantastic senior in Caitlin Steffen, Mountain West Conference Player of the Year and Mountain West Conference Tournament MVP. But you bring everybody back. I know you had some freshmen that are just kind of waiting in the wings as well as you look towards next year. What are your thoughts?
Well, we won't lose anything physically. The athletes that come in, even though they're not as tall as Kate, they play high the way Kate does, and they're going to be good. We'll have probably 3 people battle for that spot, and and then we've got some good defensive players coming in and kids on our team getting better. So I think we're going to get better. I think we're going to be a better team next year than we were this year.
Well, it was a great season, Tom. Congratulations. Take some time off. Maybe a trip back to Hawaii, huh?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Hey, you and your coaching staff deserve it. Nice job this year.
Thank you.
That's Ram head coach Tom Hilbert leading his team to yet another NCAA tournament. We'll switch gears from volleyball to basketball. When we come back, we'll be joined by head coach Tim Miles. That comes up next right here on the Ram Report.
Solving real-world problems is a hallmark of research at Colorado State University. CSU's Animal Cancer Center customizes university research to fit the real world, translating groundbreaking animal cancer treatments into new therapies for human cancers. From animals to humans, the Cancer Center brings innovation and hope to cancer patients. Colorado State University Research. Local discovery, global impact.
Yeah, I like to have fun with Twitter, and a lot of people ask me, how do you come up with those humorous tweets? Guys, you're better than this. Let's go. I need something tonight. Bean burrito? Bean burrito does not get it done. Jesse, 140 characters, 140. Only a Wyoming fan would like that. That's right, Dorian, you're starting tonight, baby. Yeah, it's nothing. It just comes to me.
Up here, there's something that makes the remarkable an inspirational thing.
Taking our work with this out of the lab and putting it into these all over the world.
Chasing tornadoes from the shadow of the Rockies.
A special sensitivity that revolutionized an industry.
All of this in a great Colorado town. It's an exciting place to live and learn!
Colorado State University. Inspiration happens on higher ground.
All right, one final segment here on the Ram Report. Thanks for sticking around. Brian Roth back with it. Talk some volleyball there. It's now time to move on, talk a little Colorado State men's basketball with head coach Tim Miles. And hey, Tim, what a great atmosphere last week against Colorado. Rams and the Buffaloes hooking up in that great rivalry. And boy, you guys get the big win over Colorado.
Yeah, we've had some enjoyable games against Colorado, and anytime you can come out with victory, it's just a little more enjoyable. And so it was, I thought our kids really battled hard. They defended well, which is, since the Hornet kids got hurt, we've struggled doing that. So it was a great night for everybody.
Yeah, a crowd of about 6,500 fans filled Moby Arena, and they were treated to a fantastic game.
A great crowd on hand here this evening. Student section out in full force. Here's Will Bell moving to his right. His jumper is up and good. Hands off to Bell. Right back to Eichmeyer. Has it on the baseline. Step back two. Good. He's back at 9-7. And the ball thrown away out front. Rams have the numbers. 2-on-1. Led by Eichmeyer. Around the back. To Tycho Sebas. Anchoring the basket to our right. Carlin Brown. Step back three is good. Corner to Greg Smith. Greg got inside the paint. Ball was stripped away. Got it back. Kick back out. Jesse Carr. Open three. Indeed. CSU into the fourth court. Greg Smith head of the key. 3 balls up and good. As the lead back 25-24. Brown working off ice screen. Ball knocked away, stolen. Here's Dwight Smith forecourt, right down the lane. Throws it down with one hand.
Dwight Smith, they call him D. Smith, that ought to be for defense. Boy, that was a nice play. Nice execution by Colorado State.
And Colorado State will take all the momentum into halftime here tonight. After 20 minutes, it's CSU 32 and Colorado 25. Greg trying to drive, can't get inside. Here's Eichmeyer, he drives, goes right down the lane. He scooped it up and in. Eichmeyer with 16, he already has 7 early in the second half. Sebas fake the 3, give and go, Sebas down the lane, good feed underneath, Bell with the layup. What a feed from Kaipo Sebas. Nikita Robertson back out to default, has an open 3, gonna fire and hit it again. With 21.4 seconds to go. Trying to get in and got into Kaipo Sebas. Back to Dorian Green, threw it away. Tomlinson layup is good. Buffalo's lead, 64-63. 16 seconds to go. Here's Greg Smith forecourt. To Sebas, right corner now. Here's Green, he drives in. Floater's good! With 9.5 seconds to go. And the Rams retake the lead, 65-64. Timeout CSU. 5 seconds to go. Tomlinson out front, 3 seconds to go. Tomlinson step back 3 at the buzzer, no good! And Colorado State will hold on, and they knock off Colorado 65-64. And the students charging the court here in Fort Collins. Well, what a scene there at Moby Arena, and it was Dwight Smith crowd surfing. A couple years ago, it was Travis Franklin crowd surfing, and it's always fun when you get your students to be as involved in the game as they were.
Well, maybe if we made a few of our free throws and hadn't made it so dramatic with a bad turnover at the end, they wouldn't have been so excited. But at the same time, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool scene.
Yeah, 8-point lead with 1:26 to go, and I know you'd never feel comfortable as a coach. And you guys could be up 20 with a minute to go, and a coach never feels comfortable. But down the stretch, you obviously faltered, but Dorian Green, when he has to, he makes the big shot that proved to be the game winner.
He did. I really have to commend our guys for keeping their composure. You know, we had a turnover, and we had 1 timeout left, and so they took a 1-point lead with 20 seconds to go. And the guys break down the floor, and I'm thinking timeout, yelled timeout. The ball kind of broke open to Dorian, and thank God that he went in and made a good play. And then we got our timeout because we wanted to get our defense set. And that worked out well. We made a good defensive stand at the end. Greg Smith made a really good, stayed down, contested a shot, and it almost went in, but at the end of the day, it didn't. And so Rams win, baby.
Was that one of these timeouts?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, one of those,
yeah,
exactly.
No, that's good. Hey,
yeah.
It turned out to be the right call. You know, we knew going into the game you were not going to have Pierce Hornung, and he obviously provides you outstanding defense in the post and on the perimeter and rebounding. But you guys found a way to win regardless. I thought it was a grinded out type of win that you knew your team was going to have to. That's how they were going to have to win.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. CU's got a nice team, and you thought, okay, we're going to have to get a lot of stops to win that ball game, and we did get a lot of stops, and we just didn't make enough free throws at the end, and we had a bad turnover. But at the same time, that's why you have an 8 or 9 point lead, so you can survive those things, and we were lucky enough to do it. But defense won that game for us.
Yep, Colorado State with the win over Colorado went to 5-2 in the season, but there wasn't much time to enjoy that win as they headed on the plane, headed to Iowa to get set to take on the Panthers of Northern Iowa, and the Rams would lose that one 83-77. Your thoughts on that contest? I know you got down in the second half, but staged a furious rally that just came up short.
Yeah, we got considerably behind, got it down to, 4 points, maybe even with the ball, and it just didn't go our way. But Northern Iowa's an exceptional team. I think they're receiving votes in the national poll this week. They beat Providence, they beat Iowa State, they beat Old Dominion, they beat some really good teams, and they beat CSU. But Ben Jacobson's been a guy I've known for a long time, does an outstanding job, and they're going to be in a conversation come March when it comes to being an at-large NCAA tournament team.
Yeah, certainly a team that will probably challenge Creighton for that Missouri Valley title. All right, final thought before we let you go and close out the program. Duke
coming up this week. That's always one that you kind of circle on the schedule.
Yeah, ESPN2 game, so it should be 5 o'clock. It'll be in every sports bar in the world, so I hope we play well. And it's, we want to play the best. We want to put our program against the elite, and we've been able to do that. A few years back, UCLA at UCLA, Kansas last year in Kansas City, and now we're playing Duke at Duke. And I want to play all those guys. I want to put our guys in those environments so we can learn the most about ourselves and figure out a way to win those games. We think if we can do it there, last year we struggled against Fairfield's pressure and UNLV's pressure. So I thought, well, who pressures? Well, Duke pressures. So let's find out how we handle it there. So
that's right. It's going to be a good test for you then.
I would call it a good test, yeah.
All right, well, Tim, we relegated you to just the final segment here. You only get one segment in the fall, but we're heading into the winter. That's right. Well, we're going to have you on 2, 3 segments, and if you're really good, we might even keep you a 4th segment as we get into January.
Yeah, we're going to January. We start the RAM report, right?
RAM report with Tim Miles. We're going to put your name up on the billboard there.
Appreciate that. Is that so if we win an Emmy, I get a trophy? Is that what?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. And a sizable check that comes with it.
Yeah.
All right. Again, we're going to have the Rams Report with Tim Miles coming up here in January, and we invite you to stick around for that. That'll do it for this edition of the Ram Report. Thanks to everybody that helped out. For Tim Miles and volleyball coach Tom Hilbert, Don Brian Roth saying so long, and thanks for joining us.
Join us again next time for more Ram action.